for Marcy. There we go. Perfect.
Hi,
Hi.
how are
Yay.
you?
How are you?
Very good, thanks, on this beautiful day.
Absolutely. It is beautiful here. So we're both here locally in Miami, Florida. And before I let Marcy introduce herself, I want to thank you for bringing so much healing and wellness to our local community and even beyond the local community with what you do. I am not only a big fan because I've experienced your work, but right now my belief is that we need more people like you to be impacting and creating effect on the lives of others. So welcome, Marcy, and please give us a fuller introduction to who you are, what you do, and then we can kind of like talk about other things.
Okay, so I go by MJ professionally. Ari and I have known each other a long time, so she knows me by Marcy, which is my given name. And I am a holistic life coach. And when I first got my certification as a coach, I was terrified of social media. And I had this kind of odd cousin that read tarot. And I was just like, how can I get myself out there without doing social media? And so I decided to learn tarot and wrap the coaching around tarot. And I've been working at different markets around town and just doing events. And we tap into the energy of all that is. And we, connect and get more information than I would in a traditional life coaching format. And my sessions are very supportive and growth oriented. And we take deep stuff, we don't bypass it, but we have a lighter energy, which makes it easier to get into stuff that would be too hard to normally get into and grasp and change. And so, yeah, I'm a holistic life coach who uses tarot cards. I'm also a Reiki healer. Um, I'm a Theta healer. I studied Akashic Records, and there's probably a few more if I really think deeply, but I will give the mic back to Ari.
Well, the wonderful thing that I work with a lot of wellness entrepreneurs is the fact that we love to learn. And I say we because I am also I was a yoga teacher. I'm still a yoga teacher and a health coach for many years. And the passion for learning and the passion for growing our toolbox with uh, strategies, with healing modalities, with um, the right thing for the right person, because not everybody is going to need a theta healing and not everybody is going to need
Right,
Reiki. They might need a combination.
right.
So the the word professional here, and that's why I love working with women like you, is that you've done your due diligence to up level your knowledge, your wisdom, so that you provide such a profound service
Mm.
upon that perfect person, what they need, and you customize, you tailor your work around it. And I don't know, would you be willing to do a little three-card pull to give some good energy to the? I knew it. I was like, she's gonna have the cards on her. We didn't plan this, so
No, but I just do what I do, and I think in my sessions, what's interesting is since I have the theta healing experience, which is really akin to neuroplasticity, and I have the Reiki certification as well. I'm a Reiki master. You're going to get that energy in the session anyway.
right.
I usually meditate before my sessions and I ask Source and your angels and your spirit guides to come in for healing. And here we go. So we're just going to do a three-card reading for the collective. And what I'm going to do, Ari, I'm going to ask you to help me, is
Yeah.
I'm going to shuffle a little bit and I just want you to say yes. And I'll choose a card as you say yes and I'll place it down.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And yes.
Okay. That was fast. So 9 of Rods. So we're going to pull one or two more cards for clarification because this reading is going to need it.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's good.
Okay.
So there's, it's interesting. So for the situation, and I thought this was going to be a light reading, but it's just not going that way.
Shocker.
So we got the devil.
Mm.
And the devil essentially is about addiction. And we're in this world right now where we're really disconnected and we're fear based. And we are addicted to thought patterns, you against me, us against them. And it's not really serving our highest good. So this is really what we need healing on right now, powerfully as a collective. And it shows us in the second card, walking away from what no longer serves us. Cups are about emotions. You see the cups are all standing. So it may look like bright and shiny on the outside, but this energy, it's not working. It's not serving us. It's time to walk to higher ground. The spiritual, whatever, your version of it is really important. It's really supportive. It helps you reframe your thought patterns. It helps you feel happier in the world. And so the reason I pulled an extra card is the last card we got is, in this deck it says Nine of Rods, but it's the Nine of Wands. And it's this guy who's been through it. He's damaged. But he's standing his ground. He's still in his power. He still can make it through. And so then we have the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles, kings in tarot they're finished. They're an end point. And so pentacles are about earthly things, or about grounding. And so even though we've been listening to the powers that be and, getting on a side or not, we really do have that wisdom and that grounding as well. We have our higher minds and we have our lower animal self. And so it's really listening to your grounded thought process and knowing that no one is your enemy and we all can love each other and we can all support each other, and it's going to be a better world if we do that. So that's what this king is saying to us.
Oh, I love it. And I mean, it's so, it's two pieces of that, like the devil and talking about addictions. Like so many people are addicted to social media and the positive feedback that it can give them, right? Those like synapses of serotonin, and
Right.
and that's such a big thing, especially like in teenagers. I was this morning in a session and we were talking about teenagers a lot and how it's like they're constantly being like driven and by social media and creating so many decisions based on this kind of like addictive platform, and
Right.
then younger kids, how they get addicted to the technology so quickly. And on the flip side, you said, and I noticed this when I was choosing the card, the first three cards I was choosing from here. And then
Yes.
the last card I chose from here. And it was
Uh-huh.
such a huge shift. And I think that's why we got that king, because it was like just from a different place. So
It was from a more empowered place. And I
yeah,
think when we say addiction, the root of all addiction is fear.
right, right.
So
Um,
that's truly what we're addicted to, unfortunately.
yeah, yeah, unfortunately. But that's why, again, you're here, I'm here. We're doing things to move people out of fear and into power, right? Out of
Yes.
fear and into action, out of fear and into possibility, out of fear and into support.
Yeah.
So, please, if you're ever feeling anything that Marcy can help you, please reach out to her. And same thing with me. Like we're both coaches, on a
Absolutely.
different. She coaches more the emotion. I coach more on the strategy. But let's talk about your brand really quickly, because we've been working together for the last couple months, and we redid your brand in terms of front facing. So you have your new website. You just posted it up yesterday, and
Yes.
it looks so beautiful. New pictures.
I love
Um,
it.
I love it too. We did a phenomenal job, and this is something that I do with my clients is a website audit and updates, like makeovers. And we totally made over your site, and we not only made over your site, but like we even whittled down your message, and we brought more clarity to what you do and how you do it in a way that still felt good for you, right?
Which
Because Marketing talk can feel so like, I don't know, so foreign to some people, but we worked on the verbiage together so that it didn't feel like it was totally left field, as if it wasn't your voice. So would you mind sharing some of that experience on, what that's like and now how you're moving forward?
Absolutely. And I just want to add that that was like so important to me. And that was the thing that I voiced to you first. And I really felt heard by you. When you work with someone and you're, shelling out a pretty penny, you really want to make sure that your dollar counts and you're being heard. So I love the way that you listened and heard me. And that was really important to me because what I do, it's kind of organic. It just came from me. It happened naturally, and there's no real format in the world to tell people what I do. You can't just say, "Oh, she's a lawyer," or like it's not clear. So just really working with Ari and getting the information out there and sort of redefining who I am in a powerful way was really important to me. And I know that we achieved that. And I worked in fashion for many years, and the site to me is visually appealing. It's approachable. It's everything I wanted it to be.
Yeah, thank you. And, I think most important now on the second part of our work that we'll be doing is re-engaging your audience. We started a newsletter, at least framework for now, that you're going to be implementing. And one thing I remember, like you saying many times, it's like that I bring you the structure, right? The structure, and I hold you and the accountable. But a beautiful thing, and I mentioned this to you yesterday during our coaching call, was that, the community that I attract amazing humans. And our calls, because we have group calls twice a week that are, part of the coaching because of the community. And the fact that we have such high level of support, and you always bring in a word of wisdom versus a piece of advice.
Oh,
And I really appreciate that. And that's, when I tell people about what I do, like the community is such a selling point, and it's so important to me that we keep supporting each other the way that the collective does. So for example, we had a conversation that was a bit more emotional, and as much as I am super rooted in emotions, I'm like, I have a like deck of coaches, healers, psychosynthesis, like I'm like, I can't do all this work, and it brought up such a beautiful conversation. So I wanted to thank you, and I wanted to honor and acknowledge you for that, and that you always bring in that level of, of support.
thank you.
Yeah, of course. So for everybody who just met Marcy, please go follow her. She's a light in the world, highly talented. I left her raving reviews, and you can see on her new website all the raving reviews that we have from people from all over the world. She works virtually, and you can we created a very thorough booking system, so you can book her for not only local events but also for virtual services when it comes to the coaching and using the tarot as that archetype, as that foundational piece. And is there anything that you'd like to leave everybody with?
Yeah, absolutely. And I just wanted to add to what you just said about the booking. I also do local parties like baby showers and weddings and things like that. And it's a really fun way to make your guests happy, to support them and help them heal. And, when I'm there, it's usually lighter things that we talk about because it's more fun.
Yeah.
But, I'm just really, like I have a job I love. I get to help people. I get to support people, and it's just so amazing. And Ari also has a job she loves, and she's self-created. And I think that Ari's the kind of people that I want to be around.
Yay. Yay. Well, thank you so much, darling, for taking a few minutes out of your day to share your magic and pulling cards for the collective. And we will see you again. And like I said, go follow her and catch up. And I'll see you guys in the next live.
Bye.
Bye.